If everyone could please have a seat. So we want to welcome everyone to tonight's celebration. But sometimes it's okay to kind of change the program around a little bit. Is that so? Yeah. Especially when you are blessed to have the senator with you here this evening. Can we clap it up for Senator Pete Harkin, please? He'll speak for himself, but trust me, he's a busy man. We already know that. And he wanted to be able to recognize his colleague, Assemblywoman Sandy Galef. Senator Harkin.
Thank you so much. Let's have a round of applause for Tuesday, please, for all she does. Thank you for the youth and for just everybody here in the city of Peekskill. Hello, Peekskill. Hello. It's always great to be at the Youth Bureau. As Tuesday mentioned, I do have to run to another event. Sandy and I just came down from Albany, as the old line says, and boy, are my arms tired. Sorry, I'm showing my age. It's great to be here at Women's History Night at the Youth Bureau. It's in a way, it's kind of sad that we have to have a separate Women's History Night because women's history is American history. Black women's history and brown women's history is American history. But for too long, we as a society and educationally, we have not taught women's history and black and brown women's history as part of American history. So Sandy and I continue to work on that in the legislature, that we need to make that part of the curriculum. But in the meantime, we are here with women who are making history. And it is really incredible, first, that we have so many young people, our young honorees who are here making history, trailblazing. Let's have a round of applause for them. And then our other honorees, Millie and Marquette and Sandy, three women of accomplishment, all in different areas, in healthcare, in the nonprofit world, helping to feed their neighbors, and Sandy in public service. I told Sandy to get ready because in Michael Kaplowitz's last year in office, I gave him 4 proclamations. So Sandy said, no more proclamations, just take me to lunch. But Sandy has been a leader in the Assembly for all of New York State. She is a mentor to me because when I came into the Senate, there were a lot of things I didn't know about the legislature, about the district, about issues. And Sandy has been such a good friend. She has been such a good teacher and a mentor and a representative to all of you. So to all our honorees, 3 strong women and our young women, I just want to congratulate you all. I want to thank you for making the lives of Peekskill residents better. And I want to thank the Youth Bureau and Mrs. McDonald for making it a point for all of us to come together to acknowledge that. So it's great to be here with you all. Thank you all, and God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we please one more time just clap it up for the senator? Thank you so much for being here. So we're actually going to take this time to pause and dine for a little bit, if that's okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to the Youth Bureau's annual Women's History Program. This is an opportunity for us to just bless as well as acknowledge the amazing women that we have right here in our communities. Can we clap it up for tonight's honorees? We will surely be talking about them a lot this evening, but I'm going to ask Minister Maria Elena Grosset from Mount Olivet Baptist Church to please open us up with our invocation.
Let us pray. We remember that March is Women's History Month. Thank you for all the cherished women in our lives and in our histories, our grandmothers, our mothers, our aunties, our sisters, our daughters, our cousins, our friends, and neighbors. God, may women across the globe continue to be empowered, knowing the love you offer. Praise to the women leaders of the 7 continents for their many works of justice. Praise to the women leaders of Asia for confronting trafficking of women. Praise to the women leaders of Africa for raising their voices to stop AIDS. Praise to the women leaders of Europe for their approach to peacekeeping activities. Praise to the women leaders of North America for confronting economic inequalities, inequities, and racism. Praise to the women leaders of South America for struggling against U.S. domination of their land. Praise to the women leaders of Antarctica for their scientific research. Praise to the women leaders of Australia for supporting indigenous cultures. Spirit of renewal, God of many names, and one transforming and abundant love, we turn this month in our nation's life to reflect on the stories, the heritage, and the struggles of women throughout the ages. We seek to learn from all those voices that have been left unheard. May we pause before the silence of ages, find who has been left out, and craft new ways of inclusion for every week and every month. May the spiritual practice bring out voices of all those struggling, all those left apart. May we let go of our assumptions and cold comforts of what is normal to live by, unless it be a standard that is rooted in compassion, inclusivity, and diversity. May this month of reflection teach us to search for those stories that are different from our own. Mother of possibility, in the finding, may we come to know ourselves changed, renewed by where we are dry, hopeful where we are lost, and open where we are shut. This evening, bless all in attendance. Bless the participants and the presenters. May the eyes and ears, hearts and minds of all in attendance be open. And may God continue to bless the work of the Peekskill Youth Bureau. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for that beautiful prayer. I want to, at this time, certainly acknowledge and allow her to come up and bring greetings from the city, Honorable Vivian McKenzie, the mayor of the city of Peekskill.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for coming out for this special event for Women's History Month. I'd like to say congratulations to all of the honorees, especially to Sandy Galef, who has been a person who has encouraged me in the jobs that I do and the work that she is doing here in our city. She's retiring, but we are going to miss her, but this honoree could not be more worthy of this. And to our young people this evening who are being awarded, again, we appreciate you and we thank you. For everyone that's here this evening, I'd like to say thank you for joining to Miss Tuesday. This is a second event that I've been to this week for the Youth Bureau, and I have to tell you that our Youth Bureau stands strong from the, yes, absolutely. From the job fair yesterday that was so well attended with excellent career opportunities for not only the youth, but for adults as well, to this fine production tonight. So thank you very much, and thank you for your hard work, and congratulations to everyone. And I'd like to note that our Deputy Mayor, Patricia Riley, is also here this evening.
Absolutely.
Thank you so very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mayor McKenzie. Always a pleasure to have you in the building. And thank you so much for your support. And to Deputy Mayor, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. And I just want to, at this time, it's a great segue to just acknowledge the amazing people who work here at the City of Peekskill Youth Bureau. And in terms of that phenomenal event on yesterday, Emily Bender. Emily, put your hand up, please. Put your hand up, please. She's been doing this for a couple of years, and each year it just gets better and better. I want to acknowledge Dow Francis, who was just awarded 20 years of service with the city of Peekskill. I want to acknowledge our recreation assistant, Jada Robinson. I want to acknowledge our recreation assistant, Miss Alvinia Smith. Did Jerry leave? Well, Jerry was here earlier, recreation assistant Jerry Best. Also, we can please clap it up for him, he was here earlier. I want to, she's gonna be coming up soon, the vice chair, but I want to acknowledge also our youth board. Keisha Palmer Cousins is our vice chair of the youth board. Kathy Montaldo, where's Kathy at? Oh, she's right there. She's right there, and I'll be acknowledging some of our city partners a little later in the program. But thank you all for the work that you do, because no man is an island and no woman is an island. So thank you so much. I'm going to call up Keisha Palmer Cousins. She just said, and she's gonna bring you. She looks so beautiful tonight. She will bring you greetings from the Peekskill Youth Board. Come on up. Looking all cute today. Oops, you got it. I got it.
So, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I said good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's a pleasure to see so many beautiful, smiling, positive faces. And my name is, thank you, Executive Director of the Peekskill Youth Bureau. Let's give it up for Miss Tuesday McDonald, because she's one of the hardest working executive directors I know, and one of the most kindest as well. But I send you greetings from the Peekskill Youth Bureau board. I am the vice president of the board. Our president, Dr. Jenna Ferris, unfortunately could not make it this evening because she is doing duties at the local schools. It's band night tonight. So we have lots of students that need her presence there, but she is with us in spirit. So I send you greetings and thank you for all coming. We have a fabulous program. We have a lot of great honorees. Congratulations to all of the fabulous honorees that we have tonight here. And special thank you to Assemblywoman Sandy Galef for all of the great work that you have done over the years and years. We appreciate it. It's really very good to know that when you deal with politicians, Sandy's one of those persons you see all the time in the community. And we are very fortunate here in Peekskill. A lot of our politicians we see on a regular basis here because they care about our youth, our people, our residents, our businesses here in the community. So again, I welcome you on behalf of the Peekskill Youth Bureau and enjoy tonight's wonderful presentation. And again, congratulations to all of tonight's fabulous women honorees.
Thank you. Keisha Palmer Cousins is just so amazing. Thank you so much for all that you do. We are now going to hear from Miss Alvinia Smith, and she's going to talk about just celebrating women. Is that all right? All right.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Use your mic, sweetie. Use your mic. No, it's on. Use your mic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it up.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it goes.
Okay. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is a good and happy day and month for me because it makes me think about where women have come from. All the challenges that we have been through. Throughout history, throughout the traditions, throughout the activists working for us and with us, and we are one together. We are not separate. All women are in this together. Isn't that a wonderful thing? It's not about the color of your skin. It's not about your background. It's not about the clothes that you wear. It's about we have something common. All of us, for generations. And we are standing strong. And every year, we are getting stronger. I'm looking at our trailblazers. I'm looking at our youth volunteers. I'm looking at every woman in this room. I told Tuesday last night, my great-grandmother told me that she made 33 1/3 cents a week. A week. Look where we have come from because we kept moving. We kept going forward. We have young women who are engineers and doctors and lawyers and teachers. But there's one thing I'm telling the youth of today. Whatever you decide to do, be your best at it.
No, that's right.
Be your best at it. I want the youth to know you can make goals, but sometimes they fall to pieces. And what you do, you get up, you brush yourself off, and you keep on moving. It's important for you to understand life is a journey. And within journeys, you're going to have mistakes. And in the journey, you're going to fall off the mountain. But you get back up. You get out of that valley and you get back up. So what I am saying to you today, be proud of yourself. Be proud of the women that have worked and walked for you. Know your history. Know where you've come from. Know what you can be. And know what you can do. It's important. I'm getting ready to move to the next part of my journey. I'll tell you a secret. I remember as a kid, I wanted to be a nurse or a teacher. Then when I became of my late teens, I wanted to make money, so I knew I wanted to work in the corporations. I did that. Where did I end up? Here at Peekskill Youth Bureau. Right. After I retired, I ended up here, and I love our youth. And they are growing, and they are moving, and they are asking questions, and they are proud. So all I'm saying is be proud of yourself, do what you feel is best. If it doesn't work, try it again. And I thank Ms. Tuesday, I thank the Peekskill Youth Bureau, and I thank everyone in this room for coming out. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Smith, for those words of wisdom. I believe that we all need them every now and again. Thank you so much. I want to just have some acknowledgements before we go on to our honorees. We have to acknowledge the matriarch of the city. I think everybody knows who that is. The Reverend Jeanette Phillips. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's right. Thank you, Martin. That's true. Listen, they don't make them like Miss Reverend Phillips, I tell you. Thank you so much for being here. I want to acknowledge the new pastor of the historic Mount Olivet Baptist Church, Reverend James Perry. Absolutely, that's right. Everybody talking about Olivet. Thank you so much, Reverend Perry, for being here. I want to acknowledge our Vice President of the Peekskill NAACP, Ramona Massenberg is here. Yes, I want to acknowledge Nalini Purvis, Vice President, Somerville Health. I want to acknowledge our councilman, Ramon Fernandez. Thank you so much for being here. We have executives and representatives from Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. Please stand, everyone knows you're here. We want to acknowledge Dana Levenberg from Town of Boston. Jennifer, I apologize, but your last name is escaping me, but I know it's Jennifer from Sandy Gaylord's office. Thank you so much for being here. We have beautiful representatives from the City of Peekskill Girl Scouts are here. Yeah, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Clap it up, clap it up. And we have members of the Historic Mount Olivet Baptist Church. Please raise your hand, please raise your hand, please raise your hand. And to my right, your left, we have the beautiful family of one of our honorees, Marquette Harrison. Her mom is here, her auntie is here. Her aunties are here, yes. Her uncle is here. Thank you so much for being here. And the wonderful sounds, the majestic sounds that you've been hearing since you came. Steve Clark on keys. Chris Council on drums, percussion, yes. We have the executive director, founder, Black Diamonds Academic Success Program, Martin McDonald. So now, the moment that you've all been waiting for. We're gonna start with the Valerie A. Swan Youth Awards. And let me just tell you a little bit about these ladies and why it's just so awesome, one, that they're here. I knew that, especially after COVID, you know, some of our youth were struggling, you know, academically, and we all know why. And I reached out to the principal, Dr. Jenna Ferris, and I said, listen, we need some help. We're gonna need some tutors. And these 4 young ladies, I believe 3 of them, everybody, 3 of them here. These young ladies came for months to tutor our students in the after-school program. And to me, that is just amazing, because many times when people are young, it's not that they don't want to help, but they're so busy with school and what they're trying to do as well. But they carved out time daily to come and tutor our students. So I want you to meet them. Is that all right? All right. Kayla Ramon Chavez. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna read this. You can hold this for me. So Kayla, you are being presented with the Valerie A. Swan Youth Award. And I apologize for those of you who don't know Valerie Swan. Valerie Swan was the first executive director for the City of Peekskill Youth Borough. And if you know her, you know she did a fantastic, amazing, splendid job, making it definitely much easier for me to be in my role today. So let's clap it up for Valerie Swan. Valerie A. Swan Youth Award, presented to Kayla Ramon Chavez, in appreciation for your outstanding service and dedication to the students at the Peekskill Youth Borough. Given this Thursday, March 24th, 2022, City of Peekskill Youth Borough for Women's History Month. Kayla, you also have a certificate of merit from Assemblywoman Sandy Galef's office. When I was in high school, I didn't get all this stuff right. Certificate of recognition from Senator Pete Harkham's office. Certificate of recognition to Kayla from Dana Levenberg, Austin Town Supervisor. Nice. And also from our mayor, Vivian McKenzie, to Kayla Ramon Chavez. This is amazing. Here's a picture of Kayla. I'm just loving the music. I'm just loving the music. And the music choices, right? Yes. Allison Martinez. Hey, Miss Allison. Hey. Valerie Swan Youth Award presented to Allison Martinez in appreciation for your outstanding service and dedication to the students at the Peekskill Youth Bureau, given this Thursday, March 24, 2022, City of Peekskill Youth Bureau Women's History Month. Thank you. Our Assembly Woman, Sandy Galef. Our Senator, Pete Harkham. Austin Town Supervisor, Dana Levenberg. And from the Peekskill Mayor, Vivian McKenzie. Let me take a picture. This one. Thank you. I am so sorry, Kayla. I did not give you an opportunity to speak. Did you want to speak? Come on, Kayla. You want to speak? Allison, you can come back as well. I apologize.
Opportunity to be able to tutor and give back what I couldn't have as a child. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you to everyone. I would like to reiterate what Kayla said. Thank you for this opportunity to give back to the community and for having this program for children, because I knew when I was young, it was hard to accomplish a lot of things academically.
Thank you, ladies. Aren't they beautiful? Aww. My apologies, I didn't see her, but I do want to acknowledge Maria Flores from Peekskill School District, as well as our other school district employee as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Maria always supports. She always supports. We are going to call up Melanie Perez. All right. Valerie A. Swan Youth Award presented to Melanie Perez in appreciation for your outstanding service and dedication to the students at the City of Peekskill Youth Borough. Given this Thursday, March 24, 2022, City of Peekskill Youth Borough in recognition of Women's History Month. Thank you. And you two are joined with our other honorees with Certificate of Merit from Assemblywoman Sandy Galef. Certificate from Senator Pete Harkle. Certificate from the Town of Ossining, Dana Levenberg, Town Supervisor. And our certificate awarded to Melanie Perez. The City of Peekskill commends your volunteer service as tutors to our youth in the Youth Borough's Advancing Lift After School program. Because of your dedication and diligence, our LIFT students are excelling in math and reading. Mayor McKenzie. Let's get a picture. Hold it. Got it. So, hit his zone.
For giving us the opportunity to help kids here. The Youth Bureau has always been a place where I've seen so many people that I know, but other students in the community, be able to learn more about the community and also help each other and grow. So very grateful to have been here, and some of the best people I know are women, so thank you.
One more time for Melanie Perez. She's probably gonna have to come up here and correct me, but I'm gonna try my best because I always mess up her last name, so I apologize in advance. But it's Jacqueline Sakarasi? Okay, but she gonna come up and she gonna say it for us, right? Valerie A. Swan Youth Award. Presented to Jacqueline.
Sakasari.
There you go. In appreciation for your outstanding service and dedication to the students at the City of Peekskill Youth Borough, given this day, Thursday, March 24, 2022, City of Peekskill Youth Borough in recognition and observation of Women's History Month.
Thank you.
Certificate of Merit from Assemblywoman Sandy Galef. We have our Certificate of New York State Senate, Senator Pete Harkle.
Thank you.
Town of Ossining, Dana Levenberg, Town Supervisor. Certificate of Recognition. And I'm gonna read this one again, because this is great. this is awarded to you. But City of Peekskill commends your volunteer service as tutors to our youth and the Youth Bureau's Advancing Lift After School program. Because of your dedication and diligence, our Lift students are excelling in math and reading. This is from our mayor, Vivian McKenzie, in giving this day. You are awesome. Thank you. Hold that so you speak, or you got it?
Oh, I got it. I just want to say thank you to Ms. McDonald and everybody else for offering such an amazing opportunity to help kids and motivate them to work hard and keep studying and to help them understand that nothing is impossible if you work hard. So thank you so much for this amazing opportunity.
We can just have, before we move on, we can just have all of our youth honorees here at one time. Would that be great? You all come up. With your, yes, with your big, that plaque, yep. Our deputy mayor and Sandy, please come up and take a picture, please, for these young scholars.
Young scholars. You did this right. You had to do hard work. Yeah. That's fun.
We will now move on to our Outstanding Service Awards. Our first honoree, she does have a bio and it is extensive because she does amazing things. But if I can just talk about the Marquette that I know and love. I met Marquette probably several years ago. And there's some people that just have such a great spirit whenever you see them. And that was Marquette. And then probably months later, I found out that she was going to be the director for the CAP office right down the street from me. And when the pandemic came around, we knew that we still had to serve our community. And the CAP office did not miss a step. And I am going to say for the record and publicly, it is because of the work that you do that the CAP did not miss a step. And our community still received everything they needed and more during the pandemic because of your work. So thank you so much for all that you do for the city of Peekskill and the surrounding areas. So when we spoke about who we would honor this year, it was really a no-brainer. because the work that you and Millie do, we are so proud of you, we support you, and thank you so much for always supporting the work that we do. I'm gonna ask if we can please clap it up for this outstanding young lady, Marquette Hairston, who received the Outstanding Service Award. Come on up. Go back this way.
1 second.
Now I know I need my glasses. You're right. Yeah, you got a lot. Outstanding Service Award presented to Marquette Hairston. In appreciation for your outstanding service and dedication, we thank you for raising the banner of excellence. Given this Thursday, March 24, 2022, see a Peekskill Youth Bureau for Women's History Month.
Yeah.
You want to turn it around so they can see? This is from Westchester County Board of Legislators, Catherine Borgia and Colin Smith. Certificate of recognition presented to Marquette Hairston from Senator Pete Harkle. Certificate of recognition presented to Marquette Hairston from Dana Levenberg, Austin Town Supervisor. Certificate of merit to Marquette Hairston, Outstanding Service Award, Assemblywoman Sandy Galef. And this beautiful proclamation, again, is from Mayor Vivian McKenzie, City of Peekskill. Mommy, I think she needs some help. Oh, picture. Oh, yeah, picture. Here you go. Get a picture.
First, I want to say thank you. I am extremely honored to have been selected for the Outstanding Community Service Award in honor of Women's History Month. I did write a lot, but I'm going to speak from the heart. I want to say I was given the opportunity. I was initially temping in the Section 8 office, and I was referred to by Jessica for this position. It has been an honor and a blessing to actually do what I've been doing for free to get paid for what I'm so passionate about. I have been living on my own since the age of 19, so I know what it is to struggle. I know what it is to need help. I know what it is when things come about, and that one little trickle can just really mess you up. Sometimes people are a paycheck away from being homeless. So I've gone out of my way to take this opportunity to truly help and not look at families as numbers, right? So I've taken over and written and enhanced the grants that we had with no income guidelines for working families that when there is a struggle, it's all about circumstances. You tell me what your circumstances is, I mentor you and help you and guide you so you don't get back into that rut, but I also give you the financial ability to pay your rent arrears, to pay your mortgage so you don't go into foreclosure, to pay your light so that your lights doesn't get shut off. You know, I've partnered with Kathy, which I love how you've helped, with being able to provide, instead of just giving out meals during Thanksgiving, we were able to actually do a Thanksgiving dinner where there was performances and they were served. I think it's important that as you're going through, that there is some sense of pride still and encouragement that you can make it. And I've been met with many challenges in the city of Peekskill and surrounding communities, but Tuesday, I have to tell you, words can never express my appreciation. You have written letters of recommendations, you have encouraged me, you have supported, you have sat with me to help me come up with strategic ways of really doing the goal of really helping families. The City of Peekskill Council have come in and say, listen, this is a need, what do you need? We're partnering with you, which is how we were able to be in the parking lot, in the cold, in the heat, really giving out food, really helping families. I mean, you talk about Maria from Peekskill Schools. She is so awesome. She has always stepped in to help. What do you need, Marquette? I am there. She has come down to the college. She has just been such a delight. And I have partnered with so many different agencies and organizations because I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. I believe in us coming together as a community because it takes a village. I have stressed my family out, but they have supported me. They have helped me knowing the ultimate goal is that I just want everyone to win. And if it wasn't for the agencies and the community and the councils and everyone just coming together and understanding what it is that I am trying to accomplish, no matter how hard it may look, despite what you may feel, it could be a repeat person, but really truly stepping in and to assist means the world to me. And so I just want to thank you because it is hard, especially as women, to really have a voice in making a change. And everyone here and those who couldn't make it has really helped our voices, the community of Peekskill, the surrounding community, families' voices to be heard. I know there's a lot of changes that are taking place and we're in the process of possibly relocating, but I truly believe as a community that we're gonna come together to make sure that what I've started can continue and enhance and grow. I love you.
One more time for my progress. The spirit of Peekskill. The spirit of Peekskill. Thank you so much. Our next honoree could not be here on tonight, and for those of you who do know Millie, she's just way too cute. And you know, she was thinking that since she could not be here tonight that we wouldn't honor her. And I said, no. Your work speaks for itself. So absolutely. So Miss Millie Guerrero, yes, we'll just hold this up for her. I'm going to have, you come on back up. But this is Miss Millie, and to know her is to love her. Absolutely. And just like Marquette, she was out here, she loves the people. That's what I love about Millie. Like, she loves the people, and she does not let anything stop her. So even though it was freezing cold, I mean, she does not care. She gets in there. She makes sure she does not leave until the work is done, and she always makes sure that our community has what they need. So to Miss Millie, she'll be able to see this later. We are going to give everything to Marquette, but thank you so much, Millie, for the work that you consistently do. We so appreciate you. Millie Guerrero, Outstanding Service Award. has everything here. Senator Pete Hartman, Captain Borgia, Colin Smith, our town of Austin, Dana Levenberg. Yep, there you go. And who is this one? Assemblywoman Sandy Galef. And of course, our mayor, Vivian McKenzie. Please give her our love and tell her that I cannot wait to hug her when she returns. Thank you so much.
And if I can just add, Millie has helped us to tap into the Latino Hispanic community and ensuring even the ones that is undocumented, that we have services for you too. And that has been a passion of hers, and we have helped such an influx. So I'm very grateful for her.
One more time for Millie. What a night, what a night, what a beautiful night. Assemblywoman Sandy Galef. I was just looking at her bio so that I can just look and see when she started. Well, she was doing it way before then. But in 1992, she was elected to New York State Assembly. We can clap it up for that. So like everyone else, you know, who we just recognized, I got to meet Sandy probably when I got on the Board of Education, probably like 1994. And I said, she's different. She's different. You know, I'm not talking about politicians. We ain't gonna go there. But I just know that whenever we were in her presence, you knew that she cared. So it wasn't like Sandy the politician, you know. It was Sandy, you know, the one who just always cares. And I think you have a clone because you would always be all over. And don't worry, because Mayor McKenzie, she has a clone now too. Right. I told her that last night, she has a clone now too. But I remember the work that you were always doing, and when you had the late Judith Johnson and I several times on your show. And I tell you, Judith just adored you.
I adored her.
I know.
Yeah.
So Sandy Galef is no stranger to any of us. If you don't know anybody, everyone knows Sandy. Am I right?
Yes.
Can we clap it up as she comes up? Assemblywoman Sandy Galef, the Trailblazer Award.
Thank you, Tuesday. You know, we did meet back then, but we had, it wasn't cha-cha. What were we learning? The tango. Remember we went to dance school. There was a dance school in Osney, and I don't know why we went, but I went with a friend, and we were learning how to tango, and there the two of them were. It was like, oh my goodness, we were upstairs and something, and I've never tangoed since, but tangoing is very, very difficult. I don't know whether, are there tango people here? Ramon, do you do tango? Anyway, I just really love this community. I think the Peekskill Youth Bureau is just fantastic. I've been here so many times, not actually in the last couple of years, and I really regret that, we haven't been able to do all the things that we have done. But you do such a great job with the young people, and Tuesday you're marvelous. So I just want to thank you for this honor to be a Trailblazer. I was really very, very surprised. But I just want to say that, I think about Trailblazers, so I'm going to go through a little bit of what I wrote down. We're not alone. We've had a lot of people before us. And I was thinking about some of the New York women. They weren't all born here, but they ended up here in New York, so I can talk about them a little bit. But, you know, in Peekskill, I think about Harriet Tubman. And here she was, the Underground Railroad, coming through, freeing the slaves, 70 people she brought up north on, I think we learned 13 missions. I can't imagine anybody being freed as a slave and going back and bringing other people with them. I just can't imagine it. And then she settled in upstate New York. So she's a New York woman, a pioneer. I mean, it's wonderful. So then I was thinking about our suffragettes. Well, you know, we had a lot in this area, and we've had some that had stronger names, maybe Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony, and they got us the right to vote as women. And I couldn't believe it. I went back and to try to figure out when they started this suffrage movement. It was in 1840, and it wasn't until 1920, 80 years later, that women had the right to vote. And when you think about it, who runs a campaign for 80 years? Now, it wasn't the same people, and the men got the vote before black men got the vote, before women got the vote. It was just so interesting. If you go up to Seneca Falls in New York, it's just so fascinating to see what was going on, because women, when they didn't have the vote, they really didn't have a right to their children. If they got a paycheck, they couldn't keep it. They had to give it to their husband. Can you imagine that? They couldn't necessarily go to higher education because you didn't want women educated, I guess. They couldn't own property. I mean, there were so many things. We all have to, you know, they were the trailblazers. I mean, they did this for us. And so, you know, the constitutional amendment came along in 1919, and then the first vote was, I guess, in 1920. And so they worked so hard, and we just have to remember, all of us, to vote, because it took them so long to get it. We've got to be sure that we use it. And then there was, I'm skipping some people, but Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay, she was a New Yorker. She was our first lady. And besides being the first lady, she wrote My Day. And she wrote a syndicated newspaper column, which was published from 1935 to 1962. That's 27 years. She wrote a column 6 days a week on social issues, cultural issues, political issues, everything that was going on. I can't imagine somebody writing a column every day, not on Sunday, but every day, for 27 years. I mean, you know, and she made such a difference in the history of our country. You know, we were going through World War II then and everything else. She was just so involved. Then we have the Brooklyn-born Shirley Chisholm. She was the first African-American woman in Congress. She was actually served in the legislature. A state legislature. I don't know whether she was an assembly member or a senator. I don't know. So I have to get that straightened out. But she went to Congress in 1968 as the first African-American woman in Congress. And then she was the first candidate for president. We have to remember that. The first woman candidate for president in 1972. And she really wanted to be remembered as a catalyst for change. And boy, was Shirley Chisholm a catalyst for change. And of course, more recently, we've had Hillary Clinton. She wasn't born here, but she's ended up here, and, which is really good. And she was the first New York senator, and now we have a second one. And those, you know, in my mind, are really the trailblazers. Just to give you a little history of when I started, I was elected in 1979 to the Westchester County Board of Legislators. And there were only 2 women on the board of 17 at that point. So I became the 3rd woman and the first from this county legislative district. And the conversations about my candidacy, you'll see people run around and you talk to candidates and so on, but people would say to me, why don't you stay home with your children? You shouldn't run. Only men run. And aren't you a lawyer? I'm not a lawyer. And how could we elect women to elected office? They're not smart enough. I mean, that's what I heard. Vivian, you don't hear that now, right? Or do you? No. So, you know, when the three of us women at the county board, and what's really nice now is about half of the county board are women, and Catherine Borgia is the chair of the county board, and there's a vice chair. Just, I'm thinking about, you know, that you have, you know, both a mayor and a deputy mayor that are women. We got to celebrate you all. One of our early issues on the county board was about childcare, daycare. Well, the men didn't know about that. Remember, women were supposed to stay home and take care of their children, because that's what they told me when I campaigned. So all of a sudden, you have these women who want to go to work, and what are they going to do with their children? And we had to educate the men on the county board that women had the right to childcare. And I can't tell you the conversations, they were so interesting, but we finally were able to get things moving. And also, Reverend Phillips on healthcare too. Yeah. I mean, that was, you were the challenger, but we had to also make sure that our healthcare network worked throughout the county. So we have a lot of history in this one, don't we? We worked on sexual harassment issues, women's equity issues as women. And to tell you the truth, I don't think if there weren't women on that county board, we wouldn't be addressing those issues. And then in 1993, as Tuzia said, I went to the New York State Assembly. It was a little different in the New York State Assembly. You know, the years had gone on, people were a little bit more supportive of women being there. But at the time, they were 18% of the assembly were women, and there were 13% in the Senate. So it was pretty slim. Today we have 37% women in the New York State Assembly and 29% in the Senate. So, you know, we're on the right track. We just have a long way to go. And we're still fighting for childcare, and we're up in Albany, still want money for all those things. But the men are with us. The men understand it. So, you know, things are so much better. But when I first got up to Albany, I sat down and read the New York State Constitution. And the New York State Constitution was a challenge to me because I was an assembly man in the Constitution. The governor was a he. The head of the New York State Court of Appeals was a man, but she was really a woman. It was Judith Kay. And so fortunately, we went out to the public in 2001, and we asked them to gender neutral the New York State Constitution. And the public said yes. So, and to tell you the truth, we're still doing it with our laws. We go back and we kind of research them and try to do that. So I'm just so honored to be here tonight, and I just like to highlight that what I do is not by myself. I've had always a wonderful office and people helping me with constituent issues and legislation and so on. Catherine Borgia ran my office first, and she was going to be here, but she can't. Dana Levenberg also was running my office. I have Jen Fields to Will now that's running my office. And Jen actually is now an Austin Town Councilwoman. So everybody's gone into politics. So this is good. So I just really want to thank you all so very much. I'm so happy to have this award, and I'm just so happy that you're all here and cheering for all of the other awardees. You've done such a great job, and we all have to continue to do it. And as women, we have to continue to make history. Thank you very much.
The Trailblazer Award. Yes, presented to Assemblywoman Sandy Galef In appreciation for your outstanding service and dedication, we commend you for always blazing trails for others to follow. Given this Thursday, March 24, 2022, City of Peekskill Youth Bureau, in recognition of Women's History Month.
Thank you so much. This is so nice. I love the colors, too. Thank you.
You just look right here for a second.
Oh, one more. One more? Thank you, too, sweet.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, we're gonna do our tango?
This is a change, Sandy. Now you get it.
I know,
Exactly.
I know. Thank you. Wait a minute, I'm gonna put this here.
These flowers come from the Reverend Jeanette Phillips.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much. Oh my goodness, look at the red roses. I love flowers, so thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
One more time, the Trailblazer Award, given to Millie Guerrero, much deserved. On behalf of the City of Peekskill Youth Bureau, we thank you all for coming out on this evening. Please find ways, to connect not only with the City of Peekskill Youth Bureau, but also with all the partners and agencies here in the City of Peekskill. We really are one big family. I am born and raised in Peekskill. I feel the spirit of Peekskill. I know the spirit of Peekskill. Thank you all for coming.